Guys, welcome to the walk. We've got everything set up. As you know, Herman is still feeling unwell. He's back in bed and hopefully will be 100% by this afternoon. It's a bit of an improvised walk. Eesh, noisy Franklin's in the background. You might even hear them just from the lapel mic. So hopefully Herman will be 100% this afternoon. So today Peter is not at the relay point. He's behind the camera. He's going to walk with us. And we're going to do something just in the close vicinity. We're using a different antenna so we can't get any distance. But just have a look around. I thought we'll pick an interesting spot, something we've been enjoying since, you know what I'm like with days when I'm out here in live, but since Thursday. Can you remember Thursday evening? I think so, huh? That's the first time we saw Karula up in this jackalberry behind us here. So we can have a look at that and maybe get a bit of an idea of the tree again. The carcass is gone since this morning, so I'm hoping there's no leopard around. And we can just have a little look around the general vicinity. Just have a slow walk. It's been a little bit opened up around here. Cars have come in and come out a few times. Not just for this, for previous sightings as well. There's been a number of leopard sightings up in this tree over the years. I actually remember very clearly once with Karula and one of the, not both of the cubs, a little bit, about a year ago almost. Very big footpath here. Obviously this is one of the main footpaths running down to Gowrie Waterhole. Just to put you in perspective, Gowrie Waterhole is that direction. That direction is north, not much in that direction, some bush, and quite a few of the rooms up here. We'll have another look at them just now, but you can see them there through the back. This is Voitella. There's been some excellent viewing just from the rooms itself. The leopard has been drinking water at the ponds and so on. So we're just going to see if we can get through here, if signal allows us. Or it might actually be a bit thick. Let's see. Maybe we get through. Just watch out, this one always catches people. It's the buffalo thorn. Here's another buffalo thorn. Let me show you, maybe Peter, if you want to come close, I'll show you the detail here. Now, this is a thorn tree that everyone should know. It's culturally very important to the Shangaan and the Zulu people. And it's got I like the story of it. There's a variety of variations on the story, but the sharp thorn pointing forwards and the very sharp hook thorn pointing backwards, you can see every time on the branch. And also if you look, maybe this is another good example. If you look carefully, you'll see from each thorn to the next, it sort of zigzags a little bit. It's not a straight branch, it's a bit of an angle. So the variety of the stories, all with the same sort of premise. What I really like about it is that they say this represents this bush for its stories. I love it for its leaves and its berries. You can use the berries for a variety of things. You can grind it down to like a porridge almost. And the leaves always you can eat. Tastes like leaves, tastes a bit like spinach, quite similar. But yeah, I like this bush for many reasons. I don't like this bush for climbing. It's a terrible bush to climb. I've had to climb one, well not a bush, a tree once for a black rhino. And it's not that hard to climb with a black rhino close by. But it's very, very, very difficult thing to come down from. So not one of my favorite trees to climb or to get stuck on, but it's always good to point it out. When you're walking in the bush, this is one of the trees you don't want to get hooked onto because it literally, I'm almost cringing. The other day, Rory got stuck in one of these around the garden and camp, and it literally grabbed him on his, sort of pulled his skin almost. It's not the kind of thing you want to get stuck in. So Pete, also remember, Herman knows this bush very well. His first walk ever with a easy end up getting stuck in one for a little bit. Nice. Stopped here. See him dragging his feet forward. He would have been urinating at the time as well. Stand here. But you can maybe see that as well, eh? And if the camera can just make it up, but you can see the texture. You can see some very fine mist of water, or urine more specifically, was sprayed over this. There's the sort of normal sand texture compared to that. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but so as the rhino walked past here, next to the footpath, you can see a big footpath here. We're going to walk along it ourselves just now, but a very big footpath. The rhino just veered off it, dragged his feet, spray marking that urine like a jet of urine out, and that leaves a nice scent beacon for other rhinos. I'm going to show you this as well. There's our hyena track. It's just a lovely view. I mean, like we've explained a few times, but we don't often mention or show you the lodge. This is one of the rooms from Voyatella. At the moment, or normally we wouldn't walk here because it's so close to the rooms, but all the guests are at breakfast at the moment. I also checked with Charles earlier, the head ranger, to make sure that it's okay for us to come and walk here. So we're not invading anyone's privacy, but it's just such a beautiful view. All these rooms look onto the drainage line itself. It's a fantastic flow down towards the dam. And this specific specific room has got beautiful trees around. I love that dead leadwood. It's just such an amazing shape above it. That tree's been dead for a number of years. You can hear the franklins making a noise, and that tree is literally part of the deck, part of your view onto this area. Now let's walk along this footpath. Again, this is one of the main footpaths, like, all the roads go to Rome kind of thing. In the bush, all the footpaths lead to water eventually. So you've got a number of footpaths leading from all directions to Gari Dam at the pan that's and obviously do that right. And the here. It's like a molded track. In sand, it's a little bit more indistinct. You have to look at it and read it a bit more. But hyena walking in that direction, you can see the 4 toes and the pad there. Now, this would all have been probably last night. Over the last few days, there's been hyenas up and down. Obviously, with the smell of a carcass around. And now, what I actually wanted to show this morning, what we're going to have a look at just now, is this is the jackalberry again. We've just walked around it now. Now we're on the riverine side. Obviously a monster of a tree. Seems like Peter has to stand back just to fit it in. Very, very long tree. The trunk itself is massive. You'll see it again better just now when I'm up close. But quite often on these drainage lines, what we call, or dry river beds, but this morning, up and around, very long termite mound. This termite mound probably been here. I spoke to you a while back. This tree is probably 300-400 years old, if not more, and it's been growing on top of the termite mound. So the termite mound could have been here in excess of 1,000 years. Now, there's a lot of interesting activity around this tree, obviously, since the leopard was here. If you, Peter, I don't know, maybe if you want to come closer for now. The space there. Around the tree, we're not easy to see it. Sort of pushed down a bit from feet walking up down on the tree, a bit from hyenas. Obviously waiting for scraps falling down, and then look at this. Many of you would know what this is if you saw the process. And this is the hair from that nyala. All been very neatly plucked off and spat out by Karula. She's been plucking them off her mouth on this side. Plucking, plucking, plucking. You can see there's the greyish side of the roots. You can actually even see the shape of her mouth. There's the canine and the canine there. She's been biting into it like that, holding the hair in her mouth until it's had a nice lot, and just dropped it, falling down here. There's places, there's another bit there as well. All around you'll find little bits of fur from the nyala. Now, you know me, you know what I want to do. But let's see, can you get around this side? It's a bit tricky. That side around, whichever is easier for you. This is where the hyenas. I'm going to go around that side.